Feel the fire. What's up, fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers? Double tap that screen. What's good with y'all? Shout out everybody coming up in here, man. Strategic live, man. Let's get this shit started. Give me 1 second. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, bro. All right, I got strategic breaking news. Strategic breaking news that is going to dismantle a lot of people emotions, a lot of people thinking process, and it's going to dismantle the way people actually receive things because everything ain't what you think it is. Shout out everybody up in here. Double tap that screen, man. We in vertical mode this evening. Shout out everybody up in here, man. All the fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers, man. Journey of Sins was good. Wavy Game Podcast. What's up with you, man? Shout out the whole nation. Everybody that's coming up in here. I appreciate y'all, man. I do. I appreciate y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Double tap the screen. We in vertical. Let everybody know we in the algorithm. I'm the only one that's going to drop this strategic information because, like I said, man, ain't nobody been paying the fucking attention. Ain't nobody been paying attention. All right, I got strategic information on Jimmy Hart and this whole Hulkamania brand situation. That's right. The shit that they trying to keep quiet. I'm gonna be the first one to reveal what's going on with Hulk Hogan and the Hulkamania brand that is generating millions right now as we speak and have generated billions over the last 4 decades is now in the hands, okay, of his snake ass friend, backstabbing slash business slash manager partner, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. This is crazy work, y'all. This is crazy work. Shout out to Beverly. I see you, sweetheart. What's good with you? Welcome to the fire. Welcome to the flame. Shout out Chris Walker, RIP, the Hulk Hogan, a legend and an icon and a role model and a hero and a hero. Like I said, man, I grew up in the 80s where it was a lot of drugs, a lot of violence, a lot of prostitution, a lot of things that kids at my age around that time shouldn't have been subjected to. But you had people like Hulk Hogan, people that you believe in, people that motivated you to say your prayers, train, take your vitamins, stand for the good things in life. Okay, we wanted to make Hulk Hogan proud when he was telling us those speeches. You heard? Shout out everybody up in here, man. Double tap the screen. Let's go. It's about to be a fire flame of a show. Give me 1 second. We still loud and clear. I appreciate everybody up in here, man. Also, the situation that's going on with Mr. Julian Brown, as I'm quite sure, I don't know if y'all heard or not, but I dropped something. I dropped the Fire Flame meltdown on it earlier about the missing inventor, okay, Julian Brown, okay, that invented gas from plastic waste. He invented how to make gas and diesel petroleum out of plastic waste. All right. And this man has all of a sudden mysteriously went missing. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation and everybody up in here. Cause this is crazy work. All right. And what's even more crazier, his mother, the mother of this guy, the mother of Julian Brown is covering something up, y'all. Hit the like button. The mother, the people around him, his family. Yeah, we're going to get into all that tonight. So a whole lot of motherfuckers covering up a whole lot of shit that's going on with Julian. All right. And even though when we look on Julian's Instagram and we see him doing his thing, we see him creating, we see him what? Making progress step by step, day by day. Okay, but not only do we see Julian Brown in those videos, all right, we see a few other individuals as well. And if you ask me, these should be the main individuals that should be speaking out, but they're not. These should be the main individuals. Okay, everybody hit the like button. These should be the main individuals that should be feeling some type of way. This should be the main individuals that should be concerned. These should be the main individuals giving press conferences, all right, and dropping the vital work that everybody needs to know. And what everybody trying to figure out why y'all ain't so desperate to find out what's going on with y'all buddy and y'all pal. And why the mother is trying to deny the claims that he is missing. Now I need everybody to double tap the screen. A lot of people don't know that we live right now. All right, we got 30 people in here, and the views ain't matching the fucking likes, and the likes damn sure ain't matching nowhere near the motherfucking views. Respectful. Okay? I'm giving y'all my time, my energy. I'm giving y'all my creation, my product. I'm giving y'all my graphics, my artwork, and I ain't asked for a motherfucking dime. All I ask is for a double tap on the same screen that you are viewing. And if you are viewing from a television screen, all right, if you could kindly just pick up your Roku or your Fire Stick or your Samsung or High Niece smart remote and just hit the OK button in the middle of the cozer, all right, and move it on up to the light and just push the button so we can get in the algorithm. Shout out everybody up in here, okay? And even though y'all, shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation. I appreciate y'all. And even though we know that Yellow Bezzy, check it out, even though we know that Yellow Bezzy has been paid off, okay? Even though we know Yellow Bezzy has paid off Keywan White, that don't mean he off the hook. Shout out everybody up in here. That don't mean he off the hook. Because I've been trying to explain to everyone. Now that the date is getting closer, now that the time is almost time for judgment to come, a lot of these people are getting scared. A lot of these people is shaking in their fucking boots. And to tell you the truth, Trap Boy Freddy already knew he was gonna get in subpoenaed. He been knew he was gonna get subpoenaed. You know why? Because Trap Boy been working with them people for a long time. Not only has he been working with them people for a long time, all right? I'm hearing y'all. Shout out everybody up in here. Shout out AJ Matthews. What's up with you, man? Shout out Kajer Davis. I see everybody up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Miss Day, what's up with you? Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, man. Please continue to double tap the screen, like, share, subscribe. If you ain't a member yet, what you waiting on? Shout out to the whole Fire Flame Nation, because things get critical, don't it? And when I say things get critical, I mean things really get fucking critical. Now, I explained to everybody, right? Okay, as we work our way back in this algorithm strategically. I know a lot of content creators wish I stayed out the way. Y'all better enjoy them views and enjoy them numbers. Y'all better enjoy them views and enjoy them numbers. Because when we get back to work, we going to get back to work. They ain't going to be able to put the fire out once it start burning. Remember, y'all, they never put the fire out. I chose to what? Dim the fire. I chose to turn the fire down. The fire was wide open and wide fucking lit before I left to take my break. I chose to what? Simmer the fire just a little. How many content creators would do that with their channel? How many of them could take 1, 2, 3, 4 months off without a worry in the world? Nothing but prayer. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. How many can do that? Ain't too many in these YouTube streets can do this and do what we do. So watch me get back in this algorithm real fast and real easy. Shout out everybody up in here, man. All right. So peep the game, right? Because I've been explaining to y'all as that video I dropped is starting to take off, get a little bit of traction and shit about the Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart situation, right? Now, for everybody who's already a member over here and already a subscriber and a loyal follower of GFTV and y'all not wrestling fans, let me just put this out there. This ain't about wrestling. We're not talking about wrestling. We're not talking about who's coming down, who's fighting who won, and how this went. No, we're not talking that. We're talking about the real life people that had real life shit going on, just like everybody else. They just happen to be in the wrestling business, just like everybody else we talk about. Happen to be what? Rappers. They happen to be singers. They happen to be what? All kinds of fucking entertainers, boxers and shit like that, right? Football players and shit like that, right? Right. So let me just let y'all know that when I speak on this Hulk Hogan situation, it's not going to be about wrestling. It's not going to be about wrestling, even though wrestling and wrestling politics will be inputted into the conversation. Of course, how can you not input it? But with that being said, pay attention, y'all. Shout out everybody up in here. Shout out everybody up in here. Now, like I said, man, everybody not into wrestling, everybody not into wrestling and things like that. And like I said, this show, and when I'm talking about Hulk Hogan and the things that was involved leading up to his death and after his death, we're not talking about what's going on inside the motherfucking ring. Okay, we're talking about what was going on outside the ring in this man's fucking life and how they snaked him the fuck out. All right, and we about to bring it to the forefront because I tried to explain to everybody in that video I dropped that Jimmy the Snake, Mouth of the South, Hart, hit the like button. Shout out everybody up in here. And I don't want to hear none of that racist shit. I don't want to hear none of that racist bullshit that y'all talking about. Hulk Hogan was a race. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. We ain't here for that. Everybody a fucking racist in some type of way. If you don't like something, that means you are racist, no matter what it is. If you despise something and you hate something, that means you are racist, no matter what it is. So with that being said, just because he used the word nigga, we all use words in different shape, forms, and fashion. Do that make us a fucking racist? No, they fucking don't. All right? Double tap the motherfucking screen. That's the only thing y'all should be doing right now. Respectfully, shout out everybody up in here. I appreciate y'all, okay? Because we ain't letting this shit go down like that. And if I got, y'all know when I get on my shit, I get on my shit, bro. If I got to blog about this shit all week for 5 or 6 hours a day until I kick down the algorithm, I will do it. I will do it. Because what they did to Hulkamania is fucked up. That's right. Like I said, it's been a particular person that go by the name Bubba the fat, stinking ass love sponge. Hit the like button. Shout out everybody up in here. We ain't letting it go down like that. If this man was a hero for me and got me through the toughest days of my motherfucking life as a kid, and I'm quite sure he done the same for multiple people. Now, Bubba the fat, stinking ass love sponge, I can't stand him. Hit the like button. We know he's a Hulk Hogan, what? Dick eater. Pause. Shout out to everybody up here. And listen, we gonna do our due diligence. Cause trust me, bro. When it's personal, it's personal. And when I get on my shit, ain't no stopping. GFTV, bro. Bubba, you done fucked up. All right? So with that being said, let's go, y'all. Bubba about to meet his motherfucking match. Bubba, Jimmy Hart, all you backstabbing, hating, Hulk Hogan ass motherfuckers, y'all are in trouble today. And what makes it so bad? Y'all are in trouble by a motherfucking nigga. How about that? Huh? Y'all are in trouble by a motherfucking nigga. A nigga that love Hulk Hogan. How about that? How about that? How about that? Shout out to everybody up in here. Because you know why? Long as the disclaimer is up, I ain't got to repeat a motherfucking word that's under it. Do I? With that being said, let's fucking go. Because we done sat back and watched Bubba the Love Sponge troll Hulkamania for how long? How long have we sat back and watched? Hold the fuck up, yo. Let's get this fat, stinking, nasty motherfucker on the screen. Hit the like button. All my Hogan people gonna love this shit. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Appreciate y'all. All my Hogan fans and my Hogan lovers, y'all are going to love this. The fucking like button. This your army, huh, bitch? Check it out, y'all. We just getting started. We just getting started. Shout out to everybody up in here. Okay? This is fat ass, stinking ass Bubba and his whole fucking army. Right? So we know Bubba has been a Hulk Hogan hater for many, many years. And for the ones who don't know the backstory, we're not going to go all into the backstory, okay? But we will nip and dip and connect a few dots because this man right here has been on his podcast or his radio show trolling and dick riding Hulk Hogan, all right, for the past 15 fucking years. Not to match, not to mention, he's been on his YouTube channel with Hulk Hogan dick in his mouth. If you go down his YouTube channel, that's all you see this goofy motherfucker doing is talking about Hulk Hogan and his wife and his kids and his family and everything that's going on with Hogan and this and that. This is the only podcaster that gets deep in debt. And it's the reason for that. Okay? Shout out everybody up in here, man. Double tap the screen. It's the reason for that. Because him and Hulk Hogan were very close friends, y'all, for a very long time. Okay? And their friendship came to an abrupt ending. Okay? When a sex tape was leaked by Bubba of Hulk Hogan screwing Bubba's wife. Hit the like button. Okay? Let's go. So what happened was the sex tape wound up getting leaked. And Hogan excuse me. Bubba claimed that Hulk Hogan knew that the footage was being recorded. Hogan said the footage was being recorded without his knowledge. Bubba, to this day, he says Hogan knew the footage was recorded, but Bubba went on the stand and testified in the Walker trial and recanted his statement and said Hogan didn't know about the taping. Well, let me share something with y'all. It's a lot of tapes out there with Hogan, Bubba, his wife, and a lot of other people. It's no secret, y'all. Okay, but it may be a secret to some. Okay, because Hulk Hogan and his wife and Bubba and his wife, they were swingers. Double tap the screen. I'm going to strategically release everything that needs to be revealed that's been held back since all this shit came to the forefront back in 2009, 2010, and shit like that. We about to open it up. We about to open it up, right? So they friendship parted ways. Remind you, this was Hogan's buddy. This was Hogan's pal. Everywhere Hogan went, he was there. He was over Hogan's house all the time, non-stop. Bubba even said on his show he was over Hogan's house at one time working out 5 days a week out of 7. Why is you at another man's house 5 fucking days out of a fucking week? You ain't got no life. Evidently, you don't. So what happened was after the court proceedings and this and that, they friendship wind up parting ways. All right. And that's when the shit started to go real crazy with Bubba allegedly exposing, nah, I mean, certain secrets and shit that him and Hulk Hogan shared with each other over the years, and certain shit that they went on in Hulk Hogan's family that he know about because he was like Hulk Hogan's real brother at one time. They were friends for over 15, 16, 17 years. Okay? So I just wanted to give everyone just a little backdrop on the situation and why it is so detrimental to Hulk Hogan at this point in time. Because this man is a fucking enemy of Hulk Hogan, right? So the last person, while Hulk Hogan is on his deathbed, that should be getting information about what's going on. Check it out, y'all. Even some of the closest people that worked with Hulk Hogan did not know what was going on with Hulk Hogan. People who worked at his Hulk Hogan's hangout, his beat shops in Orlando, they didn't even know what was going on with Hulk Hogan. But Bubba the Love Sponge knew what was going on. Him out of all people. How? When Hulk Hogan is on his deathbed, shout out everybody up in here, double tap the screen. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Everybody, and I know I'm like, well, how is this man getting information on Hulk Hogan when this is Hulk Hogan like public enemy? If Hulk Hogan has a public enemy number one, it is Bubba the Love Sponge. Everybody know this, right? Okay. So the last person that should be getting information when Hulk Hogan is at a near-death experience should be Bubba the Love Sponge, right? There's no way. And I'm not talking about just any type of information, y'all. It was very detailed information that Bubba the Love Sponge was getting from a very, very close, reliable source of Hulk Hogan's And that person is allegedly Jimmy Hart. And not only is it allegedly Jimmy Hart, I played the video. And I also added more credibility to my claims about how Bubba found out. And you know how he found out? This Russo snitched on him. This Russo told everybody that Jimmy Hart was giving Bubba the Love Sponge very detailed information about what was going on Hulk Hogan's declining health. I'm talking about pictures, videos, you name it. I'm hearing Bubba the Love Sponge has it all. Shout out Angela. What's good with y'all? Y'all give me 1 second, man. Appreciate y'all patience, man. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Now, like I was saying, okay, this Russo had came out and exposed that not only was Hogan in bad shape and things like that, the information that he was getting was from Bubba the Love Sponge that just so happens to be coming from Jimmy Hart. Now, I explained to everybody that something very strange and weird was going on about Hulk Hogan's so-called neck surgery, right? Now, check it out. I'm about to strategically fuck y'all up because they've been telling us that it's what, y'all? They've been telling us that Hulk Hogan died from cardiac arrest. Now, I'm going to show y'all when approximately like uh approximately like a month before Hogan died, it was a certain article that came out talking about how Hogan had went from a heart surgery. Matter of fact, check this out. Strategic drop. Look at this. Okay, this was before he died, June 18th, 2025. Look at this. Let me take this down and put this up. Hulk Hogan recovering, but from a pretty serious, what it say? Heart surgery. You see that date, right? Because they already had in store that they was gonna tell the world that he died from cardiac arrest. We know for a fact Hulk Hogan ain't going to no goddamn heart surgery. He had fucking neck surgery. We got the fucking receipts. So why did News Weekly and all these bullshit other sites started putting this bullshit in the air, okay, weeks before Hogan's death about a heart surgery. When we got the receipt that it's a what, y'all? A neck surgery. And let me tell you why. You ain't know. Let me tell you why. Okay? Because right now, y'all, for the ones who don't know, Hulkamania, before he died, was bringing in millions and millions of dollars in revenue with his new business ventures, y'all. All right. And for the ones who don't know, his business ventures involve a very close friend that go by the name of Jimmy, the mouth of the South, Snake Hart. Okay, and people have no idea what is going on. All right, and like I said, this is the same person Hulk Hogan trusted all these years with everything. Not only with everything, you know what else is going to shock y'all? Hit the like button. This shit I'm about to release to y'all right now, step by step. Outside of the wrestling ring, Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart were involved in several business ventures together, mostly entertainment, merchandising, and hospitality. Here's a breakdown of the collaborations. And not only are we going to give a breakdown of their collaborations, we're going to go into a deep dive and a deep detail dive of their collaborations. Double tap the screen. Yes, Angela, strategic drop. One of the best to do this. When everybody thought Hulk Hogan was owning his own branding, when everybody thought, yeah, Hulk Hogan had control of, listen what I'm hearing, y'all, that Jimmy Hart is power of attorney. Jimmy Hart is power of attorney over Hulkamania's brand. Y'all hit the like button, and I have more evidence to support my claim. Number one, okay, Hogan's Beach slash Hogan's Hangout. Check it out. Hogan's Beach was a beachfront restaurant bar in Tampa, Florida that opened in 2012. Jimmy Hart played a key promotional and manageable role. I apologize about that, y'all. All right. Let me go back over that again. All right. As y'all see, man, right here in our faces, right? Hogan's Beach was a beachfront restaurant and bar in Tampa, Florida that opened in 2012. Jimmy Hart played a key promotional and manageable role. It featured wrestling memorabilia, live music. It was heavily branded with Hogan's image. After Hogan's Beach closed, they later launched Hogan's Hangout in Clearwater Beach, Florida. Hart frequently appears there for events and signing and hosts karaoke nights, wrestling viewing parties, and Monday Night Live shows. Okay? And this ain't all. That's just one. Let's continue. Strategic drop. One of the best to do this. Also, number two, Hogan's Celebrity Championship Wrestling, the TV show. And this is one, not to mention, Jimmy Hart is incorporated in every TV show, every movie and TV appearance that Hulk Hogan has has ever made after 1994. That's the crazy part, y'all. Okay? So it says a reality TV show in 2008. Jimmy Hart co-hosted and produced alongside Hogan. Concept: celebrities were trained to wrestle and compete in matches. The show was short-lived but had a cult following. Check it out, y'all. All right. Shout out everybody up in here. All right, because I know they shadow banning us, but we gonna get it right back. It's nothing. Let's go. Music and merchandise. Hold up. This what y'all been waiting on? Is this what y'all been waiting on? Music and merchandise. Y'all see this, right? Jimmy Hart, a former musician himself. He was in a band, all right, and also helped Hogan with his entrance music slash producing it. Hogan theme CD tracks and soundtrack. They co-developed wrestling merchandise, including DVDs, apparel, and collectible items sold in stores online, y'all. Crazy work. Crazy work. Ain't it? Ain't it? Not to mention Hulk Hogan's real American beer, right? Check this out. Hit the like button. Get that say. Hold that thought. Apologize about that. Had to take that phone call, man. All right, so this real American beer shit that Hulk Hogan had just what? Started branding, right? You see this, right? Okay. Not only did he help with all the branding and all the touring and all this and all that, he also co-owner of this whole situation with Hulk Hogan branding, fitness, energy drinks, you name it. Shout out everybody up in here. Crazy work, ain't it? Crazy work, ain't it? And now we know why Jimmy Hart fake ass tears when Hulk Hogan died. He ain't had no type of emotions. All right, as close as him and Hulk Hogan was, check this shit out. As close as him and Hulk Hogan was, man. All right, he wouldn't have even been able to appear on Monday Night Raw. Look at this weak motherfucker. Look at this weak motherfucker. Okay, yeah, this him at the Monday night. I mean, the SmackDown tribute, right? Look at him. You wouldn't even been able to come outside, motherfucker. Fuck you think it is? Some shots from tonight. Nice send off for the big man, right? Shout out everybody up in here, man. Shout out the whole nation, man. Because it's a goddamn shame. And like I said, man, how this was put in everybody's face. And why Jimmy Hart going around telling out of all people, this fat motherfucker who Hulk Hogan can't stand. He's telling this man all of Hulk Hogan's business while Hulk Hogan is on his deathbed. Sending pictures, videos, and everything. Also, that I find very odd and strange. Ozzy Osbourne had died 2 days before Hulk Hogan. We know Hulk Hogan used to be a bass guitar player in a rock band before he started wrestling. But what makes it so odd and strange is, you know, Ozzy Osbourne, check it out, had a song where the band Black Sabbath, right? Don't you know Sunday, yesterday, 3 days after Hulk Hogan's death, do you know who birthday it was? It was Hulk Hogan's son's birthday, Nick Hogan. And was it a Black Sunday or what? Strategic drop. Was it a Black Sunday or what? Crazy, right? Nick Hogan birthday was 3 days after Hulk Hogan's death. Can you believe that shit? What's the chances of that? What was the chances of that, yo? Nick Hogan's death. Hogan died on a Thursday. Hulk Hogan's only son, his first son, birthday was 3 days after his death. Ozzy Osbourne happened to die 2 days before Hulk Hogan's death, and he was in the band Black Sabbath. It just so happens that Sunday after Hulk Hogan's death was a Black Sabbath, a Black Sunday for Hulk Hogan's son, Nick Hogan, on his birthday. Yep, check it out. July 27th, Nick Hogan's birthday. Why they keep that so quiet? Strategic drop. Why did they keep Nick Hogan's birthday so quiet? Why they didn't say, wow, he died just 3 days before his son's birthday? They never said that. Usually, you would hear that. Usually, that'd be mentioned. Damn, Hulk Hogan died three days before his first son's birthday. Like, yeah, man, that's crazy. They never mentioned it, right? So go add a little bit more.
What is the role of Jimmy Hart in Hulk Hogan's life, and what is the relationship?
Jimmy has actually been at various points, and I'm not saying
Drop it one.
Jimmy
Y'all can hear
was
this
like his
audio.
agent, like was negotiating his film roles or whatever. But Jimmy Hart is the most energetic, go-getting motherfucker in the world. Jimmy Hart knows this going back to when he was a manager in Memphis. He was on radio stations every week because not only did he have the music background, but he was glib and he was a celebrity in Memphis, but he'd go to other places. He's a publicity machine. He works his ass off. He's dependable. He's honest. You can hand Jimmy the key to your fucking money vault and, not worry about it. And
imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems.
when they were, and Hulk had known Jimmy since Memphis. I mean, when Hulk came back and did that one match with Lawler in '81, Jimmy was his manager. And Jimmy's told me the story and before of exactly how Hulk made him the offer, and I don't want to retell it because I won't get all the details right or when the time frame that it was. But basically, Hogan, I mean, as a big star and not only doing wrestling but also media and also movie parts and traveling around or whatever, he wanted somebody that could help him with keeping track of shit and doing publicity and just
And he got the wrong motherfucker. And he got the wrong motherfucker. Snaked him out. Jimmy Hart was damn near 90 years old, y'all. Okay? Jimmy Hart was damn near 90 goddamn years old. Whoever would have thought Hulk Hogan would have died before Jimmy Hart?
a loyal response.
He was the only one. It wasn't Hulk Hogan's ex-wife, his daughter, his kids, his real wife. As of now, I'm quite sure she's involved now, but Jimmy Hart had complete and all access to everything Hulk Hogan, all his merchandise, all his nostalgia shit that's worth money. Can you imagine all his memorabilia? Everything Jimmy Hart is in charge of. Like I said, y'all, you know, I've been getting a lot of information from down in Florida, in the Tampa, Clearwater, and Orlando area. All right. And they are saying that Jimmy Hart, for some strange reason, Hogan trusted Jimmy this much that Jimmy Hart is power of attorney over the Hulkamania brand, y'all. Who else would it be? Who else? Who else could it be? We know damn well he ain't leaving it to his kid. He feels as though Nick wasn't responsible enough. He haven't spoken to Brooke. Like I told everybody, his daughter just had twins. Hulk never even met his twin grandkids. Brooke just had twins. Brooke and Hulk Hogan had a serious falling out, a big fight over that piece of shit cunt that he married. Brooke was pregnant, never told Hulk Hogan or her mother a damn thing. It's a lot of things people don't know, but if you research, it's there. Brooke Hogan just had twins right before Hogan's surgery. Hogan never seen the twins, never met the twins. He never even knew that his daughter was pregnant. He never even knew his daughter was pregnant. What the proof? You know who I got the stamp from? Linda herself. Linda Hogan. Linda, see something here. See something here. Okay. Okay, because I thought it was shit. And I said, no, can't be.
And yesterday I went to try to go have Botox and shit, and they bruised me like, I don't know. But it's been 15 or longer years since I got left Hulk Hogan. And my family is in the worst mess. Brooke doesn't talk to us. She's had twins. She got married. She didn't tell us. She had twins. She didn't tell us. She had a huge fight with Terry. I don't know how that reflected onto me, but she cut me out too. I haven't talked to her for 7 years, almost 8 years now.
God damn. Y'all hear
And
that?
God bless Nick.
Y'all hear that? But money saves everything, right? Money is the answer to everything, right? We're talking about millionaires, multimillionaires, children born millionaires, and the family is in a fucking disarray. But you let a motherfucker from the outside looking in tell it, oh, I wish I had this and I wish I had this amount of money. My family would be straight. We all would be happy. We all would be smiling. We won't have a worry in the world. Bullshit. More money, more problems. I can guarantee you if Hulk Hogan was just a regular person without all this fame and fortune, this shit would have never happened to him like this. And if it did, it wouldn't have happened at this impact the way that it did. You see what I'm saying? Let this be a valuable lesson that money don't fix everything. They were married for 23 years. Hulk Hogan and his wife. They were married for 23 motherfucking years. You ask a regular marital couple, how long have you been together? and they say 20 something years, you think they'd be together the rest of their goddamn life. That goes to show you, you never know what tomorrow will bring. You never know what tomorrow will bring. Very sad. Very sad. Double tap the screen because let me tell you something. I'm being very careful about how I'm choosing to reveal what's going on with Hawk, and the algorithm still don't like me, and that's cool. I understand that. I've been here before. I know how this shit go. You know what I'm saying? But I just want some of you folks to take heed and pay attention to it because it's nowhere in the algorithm when you try to find information on what's really going on with Hulk Hogan and what's actually being hidden and the things that they're not releasing. YouTube is blocking a lot of shit out right now. Like I said, I'm in vertical. I'm in vertical. There's no way in the world with me in this vertical format that the metrics should be running the way that it's running. That just go to show you that they can put your channel in a space of its own, away from the actual real YouTube world and algorithm. Whereas though that shit won't come through people's shit. Shout out everybody up in here. Crazy work, but it's true. But I understand and I respect the game. Okay, but let's continue, man, and then we gonna move on to the next topic.
he's still he's still such a good boy. I've never put a Facebook post out like this with my ugly face and my crying face, but I have to be honest about what I went through in my marriage with Terry as Hulk Hogan and what what it entailed and what it has caused over the years and everything else. He's a complete liar. He is a sex addict. Yet he marches on. He marches on like, yeah, oh, I'm promoting my own beer, real American beer. Yeah, look at me. Woo! Yeah, he's such a hero, right? Not. Okay, I'm going to give him my thumbs down. I've given him more opportunities to come back and make us a family and try to I'm sorry, it's so sad. And it's been 20 years and I'm still this sad. Somebody please explain that. I don't know. It just doesn't get better. I do love living alone. I don't ever want to be married again after him.
Man, I tell you, all right, that fucking divorce over the years, longevity, okay, did a number on Linda ass. And remember, it was Linda Hogan that chose to get up and leave and walk away. It was Linda Hogan that chose, okay, to fuck around with the 18, 17, 19-year-old fucking personal trainer that was that looked at Hulk Hogan as an idol himself. It basically was a younger looking dude that resembled Hulk Hogan. He just was 19 years old. And she ran off with that motherfucker. And look, where he at now? Nowhere to be found. And look at Linda. She aged bad, man. Linda Hogan aged bad, bro. She looks bad. Tore up and wore out. And you heard what she said. She begged Hogan to come back. She begged Hulk Hogan to come back. She wanted to come back so bad to Hogan, Hogan wouldn't let her come back. That's why she was so stressed out. She wanted Hulk Hogan back so motherfucking bad, bro. And she wanted that family back, and it was not happening. It was not happening. Okay? Because she done made videos like this in the past when she went on Instagram ranting and shit, all drunk and shit, talking about how much she missed her family and Hulk and how she tried to reconcile and things like that. And he ain't want to reconcile. He ain't want to come back. Why would he want to come back after his whole divorce was all out in the fucking media? You sat down with your husband, not Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea. You sat down with Terry Bollea. Your last name is not actually Hogan, Linda. It's Bollea. You sat down with Terry that morning and ate breakfast with Terry, looked him in his face, kissed him goodbye, told him that you love him. You'll see him later. 3 hours later, Hulk Hogan gets a phone call from your lawyer talking about you want a goddamn divorce when you just was sitting at the damn table looking the man in his goddamn face. Crazy work, yup. Crazy work. Damn right, she missed her lifestyle. Damn, she looked broken. Damn right, she looked broken. Fucked up. And she ain't gonna recover now that Hogan is gone and she never was able to like mend that shit and get that shit back together. Man, this shit is gonna eat Linda up for a long time to come. All right. Now, let's move on. Fire starters, hawkers, walkers and stalkers, man. I appreciate all the love and all the support that GFTV has been getting. And let's go. Let's see what's going on here.
That I am working to be the inventor of the world's first ever solar continuous microwave pyrolysis plastic to fuel reactor, and the journey has begun. Next week, I'm going to Chicago to pick up some solar panels. Thank you so much, D, Solar Engineer, for donating 15 450-watt solar panels to the cause. And thank you all for all of your donations and all of your support through Jabberoma, because I've just ordered 50 the continuous feed chamber, upgraded and even better. Let's take a look at what I got. Well, that was an absolute pain to open, but this, my friends, is a 10-inch diameter flange. And I've ordered about a total of 8 of these, and this is going to be just a piece of how I'm going to make my new continuous feed chamber that will sit above this main reactor here. As we can see, just for reference, my main reactor chamber is 14 inches in diameter. So let me hold this up to the front. Almost 14 inches. And how this works is I have pipes on the way, 10-inch diameter pipes, and I'm going to be able to weld the pipes to this. And then I'll be able to bolt many different sections of pipes together to make my 10-foot long continuous feed chamber, because obviously I have more of a chance of lifting it up in 3-foot segments instead of lifting up a 10-foot piece of solid steel by my bloody self. So, all right, so here we have it. Very obviously, I am out of breath. It's even heavier than it looks, especially these solid steel.
All right, man. All right, I'm surprised a lot more people ain't talking about this, man. They gonna catch you on late. I could promise you that. But check this out, man. All right, this dude named Julian Brown from Atlanta discovered. Let me say this. Let me solarize it for a second here. All right, this guy Julian Brown discovered that allegedly the government has been lying to us, okay, since the beginning of motherfucking time. And what I mean by that is Julian miraculously, all right, figured out a way how to take plastic waste, plastic garbage, waste, and filth and turn it into gasoline, diesel, petroleum, fuel. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? And not only is that some shit, y'all, okay? The crazy thing about it, the dude went missing. And now nobody acts like they don't know where he is. All right. Even his mom, see something here. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, SG TV. Bring us back to the fire and the flame, man. I'm sorry about the long layoff, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. And with that being said, man, check it out. It's right up on the screen here. See some. Okay. So this is his mother making a statement. Okay. And she claims that he's okay. She claimed nothing is wrong. And for his security, she's not telling no one where he's at and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. And like I said, man, for all the individuals that was around this guy helping him with this invention, now all of them have silently also disappeared. Now, like I said, man, this guy is a fucking genius. Okay? Check it out. This guy was a fucking genius. Now, like I said in my video that I released, is this why they're so big on recycling, y'all? Hit the like button. Now, okay, it's something to add and something to think about. Is this the reason why they're so big on recycling? Because they tell us the reason why they recycle and the reason why we should recycle, okay? They led us to believe the reason why we get involved in the recycling is for the population. I mean the excuse me, the damn, man, I'm looking for the right word. Population. Excuse me. Okay, of Earth and recreating more new plastic and shit like that, right? So we throw our old plastic away and we recycle it so they can make new plastic. So it could just keep recycling. Well, come to find out, Mr. Julian Brown found out that the same plastic recycling waste can be used to make gas and diesel fuel, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This is revolutionary shit, but it's only revolutionary to people like me and you because allegedly the powers that be already know about this shit here. Okay, because as y'all see, it wasn't until what? May 13th, 2025 that this article was put out. Trash to treasure. Can waste plastic be converted into fuel? Damn right it could. They already knew that. Yo, this is coming from Forbes. This is coming from Forbes now. Forbes. Put this in their article, yup. And dude said, I made it to Forbes. Check it out. Trash to treasure. Right? Trash to treasure. Forbes. He puts on his Instagram, I made it to Forbes. You see this, right? This man just disappeared.
All right, all right. Let us begin. We're all recording?
Yes.
Everybody? All right. So, in this can here, I have plastoline, gasoline alternative that I made 100% from plastic waste. And what we have here is a beautiful vintage truck. And today, the 6th of April, 2025, I'm about to put plastoline inside of a truck and run it for the first time in history. So, are we all ready? Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. Plastic in the fuel. Yeah. So, I'm going to be pouring the plastoline in right here. And right here, we have a hose that goes right to the fuel pump. So, I'm going to pour the plastoline in this can. And when the engine is cranked, it's going to pull the plastoline directly into the engine. So, this will be running off of 100% pure plastoline. So, I'm going to pour it in. And then everybody will be able to come and see what it looks like inside of the tank. So,
This is crazy,
make
y'all.
sure you guys get that pour action there. All right. And just for history's sake, I kind of want, a few of you guys to come up and see and confirm that there is stuff in the can. You know, for history's sake, for the video's sake, nobody's gonna say we didn't do it.
It's very yellow.
If you want to know what it smells like too, hey, and for the record, just off of the smell, can you guys? Is it gasoline in there?
Yeah.
There's gas. Oh, it's fine. You guys are supposed to say no. You're supposed to say it's gasoline. Does this smell different from gasoline? Yeah, it's different. So this is not gasoline that we just put in here. This is right about the whole like burnt gasoline. It smells like burnt gasoline. Yep, get that.
It looks yellow when you zoom in.
Plastiline.
It's like very greenish.
Not to mention, a black dude invented it. A black man, a nigger invented it. What's fucking with that part? Okay? We the most dangerous human beings walking the face of this earth. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. And creatively. And creatively. To be honest. All right? The black man and the black woman is the most feared person walking the face of this motherfucking earth. Why you think they treat us the way they do? Why you think they treat us the way they fucking do, bro? But if you let them do the narrative, all the black man do is know how to promote negative. Every time you see a black man with dreads, he got a gun, he talking about spinning and ops and shit. No, this black man with dreads created fucking gas from plastic. How about that part? We a real threat to them people. They intimidated by us. They intimidated by us. This kid should have never, ever did this. And he made one big mistake by allowing everyone on social media in his business. And like I said on the video I made when I was talking about this, man, everything ain't for everybody. Some things is meant to be kept locked up and kept quiet for a reason. It could be very dangerous. All right. Everything might feel good. It might smell good. It might even taste good. But I could guarantee you, it ain't good for you. It ain't healthy for you at all. All right. And he shared this shit with the world step by step, day by day. This has been, okay, going on for a while now, y'all. Okay. They were shadow banning his YouTube channel and everything. You know how many followers he had on Instagram? Damn near 2 million, right? You know how many followers he got on YouTube? Damn near 500,000. Okay? And when he did this plastic feud run, y'all, a year ago, he did it live. He did it live on YouTube, and they shadow banned the shit out of it. He got over 500,000 subscribers.
Finally. What's good? What's good? Thank you, Eileen Carr, for the donation. Much love to you, man.
Shout out everybody up in here, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Know what I mean? Something strange is going on with Mr. Julian Brown, man, and it doesn't look like his family is too urgent. It doesn't look like his friends are too urgent to find out what the fuck is really going on. Okay? He should have kept this shit to himself, yo. Word is born. He should have kept this shit to himself, opened up a gas station, and act like he getting gas from them and was making his own gas the whole time. That's what I would have did. Hit the like button. I know what the fuck I would have did. I would have kept this shit to myself. All right. I would have got me some money up, opened me up an official gas station. After I opened up that official gas station, all right, I would have been acting like I'm getting a few gallons of gas and shit from the distributors, but I would have been my own motherfucking distributor on the back end. On the back end. On the back end. You see, by him going live, showing everybody, he basically showed everybody how to do this step by step. You know that, right? I'm surprised his IG is not taken down, y'all. All right, listen here. All right, if y'all want to make millions of dollars right now, okay, and y'all all about hard work and dedication, go follow this motherfucking YouTube. I mean, this IG channel right here, Nature Jab. He showed everybody step by step how he made this shit all the way.
Look at the diagram on the screen because it's going to show how this chamber.
Everything you need to know how to do this, all right, is on this IG page. Every goddamn step, y'all. Every step is right here. He showed everybody what to order, how to order it, where to order it from, how to build it, everything. Everything. All right? You can get it right off of his IG page. And like I said, this is what the powers that be actually had a problem with. Him showing the world how to do it. Not just him creating it himself and inventing it or finding out how it's done, but showing everybody else how to do it as well. Okay? So, yo, this is game changing here. This is game changing here, yo. Do you know he could put the oil business out of, can put the oil company out of business? Yeah. I know what you meant. Yeah. Hell yeah. And you would have thought for someone to find out and invent how to make something like this, it would have been bigger than what it was, right? It would have been way bigger and way huge. Huge. Listen, bro, they even was shadow banning his IG. They were shadow banning his IG to a certain degree as well, even though he had 1.3 million followers. His videos and his reels wasn't coming through to all the 1.8 million subscribers. They wasn't coming through. Check it out, right? Show you something for example, right? This is an interview that they published of his, right? But you see the engagement, right? How is the engagement? Check this out. Look, it's impossible. How is your engagement only 3,000? Yo, how? When you got 1.8 million followers, bro, that's impossible. Okay, but we see some it's hitting mills, right? Look, how one hit 2 million one day, and then the next day can't even do 4,000. And the day before that couldn't even do 30. You see? It's a game. It's a game. Once he hit these 2 million on the reels, right after that type of engagement, whatever he dropped after that had anything to do with this invention was supposed to have millions of engagements. Right off the rip. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Supposed to have millions of engagements right off the rip. How I'm showing everybody one day, check it out. I just built my own gas station. Right? Check it out. Look. Look. But the updates, look. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay, so if you look at his numbers leading up to his disappearance, all right, you can see what they were doing. But check it out. See this here? Oh shit, he blew himself up. Damn.
I'm in Church's Chicken Deluxe.
Right. So about 1 year ago, right, a G blew himself up messing about with my plastic into fuel reactor, and I damn near blew my legs off. The blast of fire aimed right down at my feet. I was barefoot, no safety equipment, basketball shorts, like an absolute goofy. But I've learned. Let's see how I look though after a year.
So obviously, I'm mobile and I'm functional because I've been doing all this work. But the scars are there. And so, I am now a hybrid. I'm black and white. And I burnt myself so much that I became white. And it's interesting because you would think, obviously, I'm already quite dark as is. So I didn't think I could even burn. Like, what happens if you burn charcoal? Well, you actually burn it white, and that's what happened here. But, it doesn't hurt or anything. My legs are completely functional and mobile. But yeah, I had huge blisters. I looked like the Elephant Man, right? Huge blisters all around.
Damn.
And now it's like baby skin. This is brand new skin that came in. So it's actually not scarring, right? Which is interesting. I tell you, the craziest part is when after the blisters popped, I had that skin there. They had to scrub off the dead skin with the boiling water. They had me under when they did that. But when I woke up, the pain was insane. But we're here, and there you go. 1 year later, still got the scars to prove what I've been through. So
And I know it's like kind of crazy, but I wouldn't have had it any other way because I learned and I wear my safety equipment, my boots, my fireproof overalls every time now. Heck, sometimes I even wear a helmet, make sure nothing hits my face, you know. And if I hadn't learned that way, I could have been in a far worse accident. But there's so many ways I could easily destroy myself, turning plastic into fuel at a DIY homemade scale. So I learned, and that's what's most important. But also, even if it was a worse injury, I'd be right back at it, guys, because I told you guys I'm here. I'm on a mission. I'm going to get things done. I'm going to solve this problem.
So as you hear him, even after the explosion, he said, listen, nothing's going to fucking stop me, bro. I'm on a mission. No matter what, I'm going to continue working. Check this out, y'all. All right, he just did this interview in this update June 8th. It wasn't that long ago. Okay, so nothing was going to stop this kid, okay, from living out his dreams. No matter if it was dangerous or his life was on the line or not, as we can see, right? So I find it very hard to believe that this dude just disappeared, ain't say a goddamn thing, haven't posted, gave any updates to his 2 million followers ever since July 9th when he told everyone, okay, that something ain't right.
All right, listen, everybody. I can't go into too much detail, but there is some very, very odd stuff going on. I'm certainly under attack right now from in many different ways, and I just want everybody to know to just kind of have your eyes open. And I have my eyes open, but there's a lot going on. So I'm still working. I'm still building. Nothing's gonna stop that. But I'm just telling you guys right now, be on the lookout because I'm under attack. All right, listen, everybody.
Okay? You heard that? He said he's under attack. What do y'all think he meant by under attack? I'm telling you, I got so much information on this. I'm saving it. I got a lot of information on a lot of shit, but I know how my algorithm is right now. No matter what I release, you see what I'm saying? It's not going to be pushed like I want it to be pushed because I haven't been active on my channel in the past couple of months. So I know I have to get back in the algorithm. This is why I've been dropping shit pop here, pop here, pop here. Because when it's time for the pop, your shit gonna go boom. And these are facts. This is why I told everybody at the beginning of the show. Shout out to all the content creators that doing numbers right now. Okay, shout out to the content creators that's doing more views on their videos that they normally do because GFTV is not here right now. I see that. I see that. And big up to y'all. And I hope y'all continue to have the same motherfucking energy when GFTV turn this motherfucking flame back the fuck up. All right? Because ain't nobody been releasing no strategic information about these topics and about what's really going on the inside of things. Everybody just giving you the media aspect of everything. Everybody's been giving everybody the media narrative of everything. Nobody has actually went into these topics and actually, okay, flip the motherfucking table over and say, bam, there you go. There you go. And this is what the YouTube streets have been missing, man. And I could bet you I got y'all. Don't worry about it. I got y'all. Shout out AJ Matthew. Okay, so if you ain't getting your notifications, unsubscribe and resubscribe. You know, unsubscribe and resubscribe if you have to. You know what I'm saying? So this is what YouTube it does. Even though I have 20,000 subscribers, when I go live or drop a video, it don't send out 20,000 notifications to each subscriber. I don't know why. And I believe it's because the channel and the metrics works within itself. Okay, it is send out notifications probably to maybe about 25% of the subscribers. Then it's up to the subscribers to like and comment and shit like that, and it start engaging more with other people and other followers. And as time go on, you know what I mean, the channel grows with the engagement. You know what I'm saying? So I know how I go. I know how I go, man. And a lot of people get discouraged with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand the metrics and how it go. They don't understand how the algorithm works. I do. I have patience. I've been doing this shit before I was even monetized. And even when I had the ability to monetize my channel, I still chose to keep it off for a whole year and still bring my passion to my followers, just to let them know, look, it ain't about monetization. It's about consistency. Consistency. And that's something that we always been over here. And that's consistent when we start flaming. So, you know, for everybody that's been following me, all my members, all my subscribers, and everything like that, man, I apologize for the break I took. You know what I mean? But y'all have to understand the type of work that I put in on this platform. It's not like a regular content creator. You know, if you go back to my videos, you know, my lives, man, you'll see the time I put in. You'll see the passion. You'll see the emotion. You'll see the longevity in my videos and in my lives, and all the strategic breakdown information that caused me. In order for me to bring that to y'all, I had to step away. This is why a break for me was definitely needed. I apologize. I apologize about the sound. You know, I needed the break. I was going hard. I was in my office for days, weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? I lost focus on some things that was going on in my actual life that I had to actually get back and get my shit back up and running again. You know what I'm saying? But now that I have handled some of those things, now I could bring, you know what I mean, some of my valuable time back to the YouTube streets, man. You know what I'm saying? Are we loud and clear now? Shout out everybody up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. You know, I advise everybody You know, if you in the YouTube streets, or if you a content creator, or if you are an influencer, and this is what you do on a daily basis and things like that. Listen, man, it don't hurt to take a break. It don't. Okay, sometimes a break from this shit can be very beneficial to you. Okay, and when I tell you, when I took my break, I took my break. Like I wasn't into nothing that was going on. Know what I mean? I shut off my notifications and everything, and just was focusing on what was going on in my personal life, because I had to put all of that to the side. So, I haven't really been in the realm over the last 2 months, but it's nothing to get back. Y'all know what it is, you know what I mean? Because all of my work is still right here. All I gotta do is get to it, you know. So, yeah, man, I advise everybody, take a break. It's very good for your physical health. It's very good for your mental health, and it's definitely very beneficial for your spiritual health to take a break from this. And a break was definitely needed. But we back now, man. We back now, man. And let's see something here. Check it out. Look, the lies keep coming in. Strategic drop. Inventor Julian Brown. Come on with all these fucking pop-ups, man. Check it out. Inventor Julian Brown feared missing after discovering how to turn plastic into gasoline. Now his mom tells Daily Mail the real story. Why is his mom telling the real story? His mom a fucking liar. His mom's is lying. Oh, they fucking with my sound. Testing, testing. Are we clear? Are we clear? Inventor Julian Brown fears missing after mother, feared missing after discovering how to turn plastic into gasoline. Now his mom tells Daily Mail the real story. And like I said, why is his mom telling the real story? He got 2 million people on fucking Instagram. What the fuck we need his mother for? His mother ain't been telling no fucking story. Where is he at? We ain't got a goddamn voice message or nothing from him, right? Because they fucking lying. That's why. The mother is lying, y'all. A mother is lying, y'all. A mother is lying, y'all. Hold on a second here. I ain't paying for shit. Show y'all how you get around that shit. Let me show y'all how you get around sites that want you to pay for shit, right? Watch this. Kiss my ass, motherfucker. How about that? Ha! I show you how to do this, son. Fuck y'all talking about. Ain't nobody paying for that shit. I know how to break right through that shit. That shit out of here. Anyway, an inventor who vanished after saying he was under attack over a groundbreaking technology is fine, but keeping a low profile for his safety, according to his mother. How is he fine? Keeping a low profile is shutting the fuck up, period. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Keeping a low profile is not giving no updates. How you keeping a low profile, but you telling your mother to tell everybody that you okay? How is that a low profile? You couldn't just go live and tell everybody that yourself? You couldn't just make a post and tell everybody that yourself? Okay? Yo, something up. See something here, y'all. They say mom shares update. This some bullshit, y'all. This some real live bullshit, yep. Crazy, crazy work, man. And we know damn well something up. The mother of Julian Brown. You notice they not releasing her name, right? The mother of Julian Brown said her son is safe in comments. You see this? Bullshit. That man dead, bro. She said, I can confirm Julian is safe, but in the best interest of his security, I'm not able to provide any more information. Nia Brown, okay, Julian's mother, told dailymail.com. Okay, Nature Jab. I guarantee you, these people that was in business with him in this company, okay, they backdoored this man. How they know it's coming from the moms, right? Strategic one. I like that. How they know it's coming from the moms, right? When just like Max Millie just said, that could be anybody. How the fuck we know that's his mom saying that? How we know? How we know that's his mom saying that? Okay? Yo, this gonna heat up, bro. Cause you know why? Let me tell you why it's gonna heat up. Because 1.8 million people ain't trying to hear that shit. Hot as a motherfucker in Jersey, boy. Check it out, y'all. Now, hit that like button. Oh boy, man. Shout out everybody up in here. 2 million people don't believe shit you saying. Ho. Whoever the fuck you is, ho. Lying your ass off, ho. You couldn't even upload a picture. Lying your ass off. How many of y'all believe that something sinister possibly happened to Julian Brown, man? And we gonna be covering and giving more updates on this situation, man, as it progresses. Well, not the media coverage, my coverage, that is, as my coverage progresses. It's a bad situation. Who you think this situation is worse for? Trap Boy Freddy or Yellow Bees? Because it's been said that Trap Boy Freddy been working with them people for a long time, yeah, for some years now. Not only that, we know Trap Boy Freddy was on that interstate when Mo 3 got knocked down. If he didn't get subpoenaed, we would have already knew something would have been up with that. That was mandatory. Not only was that mandatory, you know what else is mandatory? That Say Cheese also get subpoenaed as well. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet before November 3rd come? Say Cheese, Sean Cotton is going to be subpoenaed too. How much you want to bet? Because the day Mo 3 got knocked down, Yellow Beezy and Sean Cotton was in California. It's it's be ridiculous if Say Cheese do not get subpoenaed to come in. Remind you, Say Cheese had got ran down on the same motherfucking day Yellow Beezy got charged for the murder of Mo 3. They ran down on Say Cheese. Court Say Cheese trying to move like 10 or 15 guns from one location to another. And they confiscated all those guns. All those guns is still confiscated. And they brought him in for questioning. And I told everybody, I was the first person to tell everybody about Eric Barnes, right? There's no other content creator or nobody in the Mo3 sector ever brought up Detective ATF Game Unit Specialist Eric Barnes in Dallas, right? You see, Eric Barnes got all these niggas' numbers. All these niggas' numbers. Eric Barnes has been investigating these dudes for years. He's on all their cases. Eric Barnes. How do y'all think Yellow Beezy got charged? Hold on a second. I apologize about that. Check it out. Eric Barnes, right? How do y'all think Yellow Beezy wind up getting charged for that Mo3 murder? Who do y'all think did that investigation? Who do y'all think was investigating? Who do y'all think brought the evidence to the prosecution to get that warrant for Yellow Beezy? Who brought the evidence to the grand jury? Who brought the evidence to the prosecution? Who brought the evidence to the DA? And you know what? They listen, y'all. They been had Yellow Beezy. This charge supposed to came out on Yellow Beezy like 3 years ago, y'all. It's supposed to have been like 3 years ago. Back in like 2022, they've been had this evidence since 2022. The reason why they hesitated on this situation with Yellow Beezy is because of Yellow Beezy's grandmother worked for the city of Dallas. She worked for the city of Dallas for years. Not only did she work for the city of Dallas, she worked for the courthouse of Dallas. She worked for the DA. She worked for the prosecution. She was the court's clerk. She was the clerk for the court in Dallas. And this is why Yellow Beezy thought that he was God. This is why he thought that he couldn't be touched. Because his grandmother, the same one that took the stand, that signed for his bail, the same one who signed for his bond, the same one that took the stand and testified on behalf of her grandson and signed him out, was working for the city of Dallas her whole goddamn life. She retired from the city of Dallas. She used to work for the DA, work for the prosecutors. Can you imagine how much information she knows about shit? Strategic drop. Do you know how much information Yellow Beezy's grandmother has on individuals in Dallas? I don't think. Hold on. Let me clear some of this shit up off of this screen here. I don't think people understand how deep in debt his grandmother is connected in Dallas. Check it out. Strategic drop. It is now on Google. And they're going to make sure it's on Google. Check it out. One of the best to do this shit. He could no longer hide that. Okay? Yellow Bezzy's grandmother played a role in his legal situation by testifying on his behalf, which helped lower his bond from $2 million to $750,000. How you think that bond was lowered? Why do y'all think that bond got lowered? Motherfuckers don't know. If Yellow Bezzy grandmother, the police, that make who the police too? Hit the like button. Let me say it again. Strategic drop. Ain't nobody talking about it. I'm about to bust this shit up. Y'all wait. Let me say it again. Do y'all know how much information Yellow Bezzy grandmama had on individuals in Dallas, and how much information she done possibly passed on to Yellow Bezzy? Huh? So you mean to tell me if my mama or your mama or somebody else's mama worked for the prosecution and the DA, and their son is in the street and involved in street politics, you don't think my mama or your mama gonna come back and let me know what the fuck going on? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Information I've been holding for months. Information I could have released back when I was covering it. Let me repeat this again. Mo 3 sector. I'm here. By Yellow Bezzy's bond getting lowered from $2 million to $750,000 for a murder for hire speaks volumes, y'all. Speaks volumes. He came home on the strength of his grandmama. His bond got dropped on the strength of his grandmama. His grandmama is giving up information. And so is Yellow Bezzy. Hit the like button, and I can promise you, Yellow Bezzy is feeding information to his grandmama to give to the DA. And I'm not talking about to give to the DA on his behalf, for his trial, but other information on other individuals that's caught up in other shit that he knows about. Anything that can lower his bail, anything that can get him home, anything that can free him from this murder for hire charge, you best believe his grandmama is going to do it, and so is Yellow Bezzy. How do y'all think Yellow Bezzy home? That's because his grandmama gave the state something. They had to give the state something. Y'all bug the fuck out. Ain't nobody getting bond out and gonna have a bail reduction from $2 million to some $750,000 fucking dollars, man. You got to be the police. You got to be. I know somebody right now that got $1 million bond for some shit. That's non-violent. Ain't get a bail reduction or none of that shit. But Yellow Bezzy, right, has a $2 million bond for a murder for hire. His grandmama takes the stand and the bond gets dropped down $1.25 million. What's so special about his grandmama, y'all? What's so special about Yellow Bezzy's grandmama that Yellow Bezzy bond got dropped down from 2 million to 750,000? Okay, do you know how much that is? Drop. That's $1.25 million drop. All right, that's $1.25 million drop. Shout out everybody up in here. Yup, she worked in the courthouse. She worked for the DA. She worked for the prosecutors. Ain't no telling how long Yellow Bezzy been the police. His grandmama the police. And I could bet you, like I said, they gave somebody up. They gave somebody up because they not, if, like I said, y'all, they had this information on Yellow Bezzy since 2022. They could have been made this arrest on Yellow Bezzy. It's the reason why they didn't, because of the connection that his grandmother had with the city of Dallas. His grandmother has been working with the DA and the prosecutor office for over 30 something goddamn years. For over 30 years, she's been the clerk for the DA and everything. All the information on the cases and everything she knows. So you can imagine how much shit she done went back and shared with Yellow Bezzy. And for Yellow Bezzy to get out of trouble, ain't no telling the shit that he might have gave her that she gave to the DA. Because I'm gonna keep it real. If I was Yellow Bezzy, the last person I would want to come up on the stand in my defense, in my favor, is my grandmama, bro. That's nah. That shit looks suspect. That look like some police shit, right? Out of all the people that could have took the stand for Yellow Bezzy, why was it his grandmother? Because she worked for them. She handled all the paperwork. She handled all the paperwork. She know who's snitching, who telling. the date, the time, the place, and every motherfucking thing. She know it all. She know it all. And y'all notice, y'all, that Keywan White only called from the feds, right? Check this out. Keywan White only called from the feds when somebody else knew get charged or subpoenaed for the case. First time he called was when. See, nobody paying attention, but I am. The first time we heard from this goofy is after Yellow Bezzy got charged, right? He makes a call all of a sudden. Then the second time he calls, Jerry Johnson from GRC had got picked up. Remember that? And now Trap Boy gets subpoenaed. Now he's calling again. Okay? Now he's calling again. Pay attention. That's 3 strategic calls after some weird police shit done happened. Yellow Bezzy gets charged for the Mo 3 murders. Keywan White calls 2 days later from prison to real life street star. Few weeks after that, Jerry Johnson gets picked up. Keywan White, he calls real life street stars 2 days later. Trap Boy Freddy gets subpoenaed to testify. 2 days later, Keywan White called again to real life street stars. And the first thing that came out his goddamn mouth was Yellow Bezzy innocent. Why are you so motherfucking concerned of clearing Yellow Bezzy name? Out of everybody that's involved, why did you make sure you just say Yellow Bezzy innocent? How are you going to be able to prove that Yellow Bezzy is innocent without you actually proving who actually did it and who actually was involved? Why would you just come out your mouth and say, oh, Yellow Bezzy innocent? And then you know what he said? He said the ending of this case, y'all. If y'all go back to the video I dropped on this last night, man, he said that, oh, the ending is going to shock a lot of people. He said this shit going to be bigger than Young Dolph. He said when the truth come out, it's going to be bigger than Young Dolph. It's already bigger than Young Dolph, if you ask me. Because like I said, out of everything that was said, out of everything that he's talking about in these interviews, okay, the main thing he should be talking about is that bogus ass fucking video that's floating around, right? If anything he should be focusing on and running his mouth on is that bogus ass video that they claiming that's you running down the highway, right? But we don't hear Keywan White ever speaking on that video, do we, y'all? Why? Why? We haven't heard Keywan White speak on this shit here. He can sit up there and say, Yellow Bezzy ain't innocent, but not one time did he say, yo, you don't see that goofy looking ass video? Come on, man. Everybody know that it ain't me. He ain't say that not one time, did he? Did he? He could get on the phone and say, oh, man, Yellow Beezy innocent, man. Yellow Beezy innocent, man. And talk all this goofy ass shit. But not one time did this goofy motherfucker say, man, come on, man. Y'all see that goofy looking ass video? Y'all really think that's me? Come on, man. Y'all know that ain't me. It's so much that he can describe on this video to prove that it's not him. And why haven't he spoke up yet? He's so busy trying to clear Yellow Beezy name, though. Make it make sense. Make it make fucking sense. All right. So yeah, man. I just wanted to come here and go live tonight, spend a little bit more time with y'all, man, so I can start engaging with y'all, man, so we can start getting some life back on the channel, man. I appreciate all the love and all the support. Thank everybody for rocking with me. Thank you for all my mods, all my subscribers, everybody for showing up, all my followers. Appreciate y'all, man. Now I mean, keep your notification bell turned all the way up. Like, share, subscribe. Always remember, fear the fire, fear the flames, man. We up out of here.